G'day everybody, welcome back to another episode on the GTR. Today's episode is brought to you by the kind guys at Kudos Motorsports. Kudos Motorsports do genuine parts and performance parts for pretty much every Japanese spec vehicle, but mainly in particular the beautiful Skylines. So Kudos has been kind enough to help us out with the parts today to finish off our windows. So they helped us out with the genuine screen inserts. So we put this, when we put the screens in this in the last episode, we used all Nissan genuine windscreen inserts. It was just a little touch that I think it's pretty particular when you get the guys that know GTRs and know them quite well. There is shortcuts that you can take, but it's really cool when you use genuine parts, because when you look at that and you see it how it should look brand new from how most of the cars look, which are now 30 years old, it's just a nice little touch. So what we did notice is there's a couple of parts around the front door windows that I actually didn't get when I first ordered all the other parts for the windows, because I thought they might look okay, but when I fit them up they looked way out of place with the new paint job, and especially with things like this new one along here, so the new lower screen part, which looks brand new obviously because it is. It just made it out that we needed to order every other piece to sort of finish off the puzzle, I guess you would say. So thanks to those guys down there, you can buy all the parts seen on the GTR from Kudos Motorsports on their website, kudosmotorsports.com. And yeah, today we're going to get into fitting the side door moulding. We have to be super gentle with this here because it's glued together, but it's quite fragile, so just be careful how you open it. Make sure you don't just rip the whole thing out of the box, because you could damage it. Look at that. Beautiful. Now we also ordered extra pieces in this box, and this is actually the window rubber to suit. You have it there. It's actually called the weather strip. So that's the right hand one, and then I'm not actually sure what's going to be in this little bag. So it's a pressure switch. Oh, that's a power steering pressure switch. I ordered a new one. So that's a clip for the front moulding, the front cowling goes across the front window. There's boot stops, there's rubber stops for the bonnet, and I think they're for the door, and then those ones there are for the bonnet and boot. So all the new rubber stops, and are the clips that I didn't have in my Japanese clip set for the rear door rests, actually, where the second door would be. It's just the rear armrest. When you unpackage this, be very careful because that can be flimsy. They make it like this so when you put it in, you actually bend it into shape, so it will come into shape, but be very careful this doesn't get caught and ripped. This rubber here is for the front windscreen, so it's something again that I misordered, and that's the beauty of ordering through Kudos. So if you order any sort of parts through Kudos Motorsports, that, for instance, we ordered the front cowling for the front windscreen, I missed a heap of parts. I didn't even ask them to order it, and what they did is they went through and added in the parts, they added in the clips, and this rubber seal that I completely forgot. So I guess the guys down there are proactive in their parts ordering, and it's the same with all the rubber. I ordered rubber bump stops for the boot and bonnet, and they went ahead and actually got me the ones for the fuel flap and just inside the doors as well. So things that I really want to replace, but I just, you forget when you're ordering. So now it's the weekend, the parts turned up yesterday, and we have all the bits that I missed that wouldn't have been in the order is now in the order. Thanks Michael and Andrew. And Ben, didn't forget you. So next job on the list of things to do is to fit the USA Driveshaft Shop tail shaft. So here in Australia we call this a tail shaft. In the US I'm pretty sure they call them drive shafts. Same thing. But this is a one-piece tail shaft that we ordered probably 12 months ago now for the build when we first started it. And I just had a lot of, I guess you would say, low down sort of as you would first sort of take off. I know that it had 2 fresh LSD diffs in it, so they were quite tight, but it wasn't sort of as you were turning when you were taking off. It was just that initial takeoff, and I would get this thud, like a dunk dunk dunk.
My car is making a funny noise.
What kind of noise?
Like a...
And then it would go. As soon as you're driving, it would go. So I changed everything, all the bushes obviously in this car, everything was brand new, nothing was solid mounted, just stiffer mounted. So in the end we actually put it down to the 2-piece tail shaft, and I just felt a little bit safer having a brand new tail shaft in quite a high horsepower car, knowing that a 30-year-old 2-piece tail shaft could let go. So it's a nice tail shaft. The aluminium one is half the weight of the genuine one, so let's put it up in and see how it goes. As you can see, these ones here are all brand new except for that one. Looks like it's been reused, so that's a new one there. So we're just going to have a break for probably an hour on the car. I've just had a call out to the Marina to work on a friend's boat who can't get some water flow going. So we're just going to grab some parts from the shop, and we're going to take a break from the car and head down to the lovely Marina and check out the water.
Oh my God, these feelings just begun.
To those that are wondering, we pretty much live in paradise.
Oh my God, when I see you I should it right, but I'm frozen in motion and my head tells me to stop, feelings I feel about us. Try to fight it, but it's never enough. My heart is hurting, it's more than a crush, 'cause I'm
Josh's apprenticeship.
Alright, so Ken has got no water pumping through his engine, and it's just a, where's your old impeller? Is that it? No, that's the new one. It's just an impeller. So you can see that the fins are all broken. We're all done.
But I'm frozen in motion and my head tells me to stop, feelings I feel about us.
We've finished there now, fixed Ken's boat. It just needed a new impeller in it to the raw water, which is the seawater cools the motor. So he's got a new impeller, and they're going to go out to the island, and we're going to go back to the shop and finish working on the Skyline. Let's get back into the car. So that's a tail shaft back up in and done. So the drive line's in now, so we can probably bleed the clutch too. We might bleed that this afternoon. So we have our brand new front cowl, C-A-W-L, I believe it's spelled, cowl.
Cowl.
Yeah, it's C-O-W-L.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You said C-A.
I said C-O. Oh, definitely said C-O.
We'll watch that back.
brand new front cowl, C-A-W-L. Now, I don't know where it actually goes. I believe it goes somewhere here. Okay, so these little bad boys here, which are, these are the old ones, go up underneath the bonnet. So you can see an old one there, and then we're going to put a new one in right. See that? Beautiful. Carefully get rid of the crummy old parts. Carefully. Because why? Because no one likes crummy parts on their GTR. Gotcha, little sucker. Put a freshie in. There we go. Get rid of the crummy on. Dobby, 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 dobby. Oh, you smell good. There's one of these. Line up as well, yeah. Fuck, which way does it go?
My other way didn't line up.
You bullshit.
It didn't.
Just try it again.
Yeah, this one doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Fuck me, this is a massive dick around. I accidentally put the old seal that's meant to go on the top, so now I've got to go and pop that out. That's got to go on the top of there. I've had to pull the window sill tracks out. Now it's perfect. So the seal actually goes above it, and then you have these nice little clips which go down in there. Beautiful. Check this out. This looks absolutely killer. Look. Okay, super happy with how it's all going so far. It's time to move on to the door seal, I guess you'd call it. I've already started and it's looking pretty sweet. It's a little bit difficult to do. What I have done here is I actually fixed all this seal up so it's perfect now, and I also just added a tiny little bit of Sikaflex just to hold this corner down so it looks as good as the rest of it. As for this piece here, you have to gently bend it into place. It'll sort of all fall into place as we do it up. So there's just screw holes along there like that. You guys, in the last episode you said to replace the door handles, and I will. I did order them after I put the episode up, so they will be replaced so it all looks new. Thank you for the comments, I appreciate it. Just a little bit of a tip when you're doing the door seals and they are new, just leave all these ones down this side here loose, so don't do them up tight, just do them up finger tight. Then do the top ones up along here so it pulls the seal up, and then you can do these ones up. If you do these ones up first and then try and do that up, it'll actually distort it and you'll end up with like small gaps here and that's not what you want. This is the final piece. Pretty excited about it. Trim's not my favourite thing in the world to... Whoa. Unless it goes like that, like perfect brand new clips popping in. Hope you enjoyed this episode, brought to you by Kudos Motorsports, and we've used all Nissan genuine parts for the windows now and all the door seals, and including this front cowl, which looks absolutely insane. I do have the clutch reservoir off because I'm about to bleed the brake and the clutch. So little tip that I use is I fill up the reservoirs chock-a-block full, so to the full line, and then I'll go under and undo that clutch line off, let it sort of manually drip through, let it bleed through. Do the same to the brakes. Just saves a little bit of time on the pushing and bleeding procedure. So once it starts to drip, you do it up, keep it topped up at the top to make sure no air gets in it. Anyway guys, hopefully next time we'll mount this KV8 M-Tron, get the electronic hardware up into it. I've got it all there ready to go. It looks beautiful, I can't wait. I really appreciate the feedback on the last episode too. It was nice to get everyone's comment on where those rusty hinges went. Believe it or not, I can't find where they go. They don't go in the boot, they don't go in the door cards. I've got all those in. I don't know if I've picked up a different set or something. They are quite rusty, so it's possibly that they aren't from the car, but I'm sure if it pops up, we'll find where to go. So anyway guys, take it easy. Don't forget to do everything, like, comment and subscribe. We're nearly at 1,000 subs. Yay!